Good morning, good evening, and good day. Thank you so much for watching Attack Power Gaming. Today I have for you Game 3 between ElBowser and Loli of the Steel Division 2 Playoff Quarterfinals. Let's dive right in. All right, folks, here we are. We're back on Tsel. These players apparently didn't get enough after Game 1, although Game 1 was fantastic. If you did not see that one or Game 2, make sure to go check those out. They are awesome. So we're on Tsel here, and on the left, once again, is ElBowser, but this time he is on Rhyma Rappaana, the Finnish division, infantry division, on Maverick income. And on the right here, we have Loli on Task Force 45, also on the Maverick income. So this time, ElBowser not going Vanguard, going with the mirror income here, and on a very strong division on Tsel. Rhyma Rappaana, pretty redonkulous on this map, I'm not gonna lie. Task Force 45, haven't seen them play this map. Might be very strong. I mean, they do have solid infantry, especially once you get into phase B and C with the Nisei rifles and stuff. So they could definitely have some good tools here. And of course, Sherman's solid on this map. So it could really do it. Let's zoom in here first with ElBowser here. We have a Latiel coming in, a machine gun, Yakari, and Sioski Pioniri. Sorry about my pronunciations. I will do my best here. Some more Latiels and Latiorunta here. Lahitoruntas. And then in the center, oh my goodness gracious, we have Takampuyas, some machine guns, some Latiels, 45 mils, Yakari, a 50 mil CC being left behind there, more Yakari and a leader. And then we have some more Latiels and Lahitoruntas with some T-26Bs, the only tanks in that deck. Down south for Loli, we have some converted gunners and machine gun. In the center here, we have some ammo pioneers and more converted gunners with a leader. And then in the center, the majority, some Bantam recon like machine gun cars, some ammo pioneers, a whole lot of converted gunners, some M8s mixed in there. Those are actually dangerous. And that's all. And up north, one single machine gun, Loli going for the fake out, but this time it's going to be spotted immediately by this recon plane. Giving up that far. So if you guys enjoy this content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and consider checking out the Patreon if you really want to support the channel. Thanks a bunch, guys. Here we go. 50 cal is going to try to knock down some of these troops. The machine gun, though, once it gets into range, it will be able to fight back a little bit. Oh, but all these infantry are going to get unloaded. Kind of unfortunate. There's really nothing up here. Converted bombers coming in to try to reinforce that, but now that he knows, it's going to be hard to keep up that farce. Taka and Puya double machine sniper. These things are absolutely insanely good. They absolutely will cream basically anything. Yep, you can see it putting down the damage. Latiel, a fantastic AT rifle. One of the best in the game, by far. Blenheim, our first appearance of Air Force here this game. Both divisions having a very strong Air Force, but Rhyma Rappaana really leaning on their Air Force. So this is like a key factor of this deck is the Air Force. But I'm going to try to take out this 50 cal, I'm assuming. Yep, there it goes. 50 cal does go down. Converted gunners, definitely not as scary as that 50 cal here. Recon playing in a pushback, but there's a huge push in the middle, and there's really not much here to stop them. The Lahitorunta here can take this Bantam out. It definitely should be able to. Oh, but he has it on return fire, so it is holding that fire there. 45 mils, pinning down these infantry. That M8 will be in a little trouble if it gets in range of those things. Is it in range? It is not, so it can stay outside of the range and be pretty safe. Yakari's getting into this woods. Once they're in the woods, the Yakari should absolutely dominate. Down south, not much happening once again. It's really hard to push down here for blue. It's ridiculous. There really should be a flag further up. But again, that's just me. If he had not put these guys on return fire, he might actually been able to kill these Bantams. But unfortunately, he waited till they were all there and then started firing, so they died. Reinforcements rolling in faster. Since all these guys got unloaded, there's no way he could have pushed any harder. Recon plane back in, respawning these dudes. Bantam's keeping this Lahitorunta down. 45 mil keeping this M8 back. So far, ElBowser making some nice progress here. He's on the harder side of the map when it comes to catching flags, but if he can get good positions, then he can definitely cut off a lot of reinforcement positions. There's definitely a problem here. We have a whole line of T-26Bs coming in to try to take out these light vehicles. But he's going to lose this unit before he gets in. This Yakari is going to have to try to hold the line by itself. In the center, converted gunners have taken some damage all across the board, but nothing severe. At this point, his leader is the one fighting right now. That's a massive micro mismanage there. Losing the Yeah, losing the veterancy on that is huge. The 50 mil's also in the front here, basically. So major mismanaged there by ElBowser. Definitely not what he wants to be doing here. Yakati getting immediately pinned down, getting shot by 4 50 cals really is going to do that. 45 moving in, some Ratsuvaki coming in, not the bad version of the red Yakati essentially. I shouldn't even say bad, but like they have a light machine gun which makes them better at long range, but they're obviously way worse at close range. So take it as you will. Strong position here in the center. This is usually a tough spot to hold. M8 does go down. Big loss there, actually, so the armor support gone. There's 2 recon planes. How much are these? Are they like 40 points? 55. Okay. They do have a nice loadout, though. They can actually go shoot down planes if something were to come up. So they're not just recon, like junky recon planes. Lahitorunta getting pushed back. This is his chance, though. Basically, he needs to use this 50 mil to force off this converted gunner. He can pin them very quickly, and he's going to do that. Very nice, and now he can push across. Once the Ikari get into range, they should be able to absolutely eat these guys alive. Now he's got to push. If he kills this engineer leader, then he's definitely got a good spot. Losing that leader again was a huge loss. Recon plane trying to keep eyeballs on these Bantams. They're also kind of pissing away their 50 cal ammo. They have a good bit, but they definitely can run out. Yakati losing out against some of these infantry. They need to beat CQC. The 6 SVTs are not doing the job versus a BAR and the semi-automatic rifles, that's for sure. Looks like these MS tried to strafe a little bit. Blenheim coming with a bombing strike. Surprised that he's decided to do that. I mean, he has a really dominating position right now. Bombs come down, force them off, pin them, and he needs to move. Like, he needs to move now. He's going to use the Blems that way. We have some Shermans coming in, though. We have 3 Shermans. Oh, my. 4 Shermans. Wow, okay. Guess Loli just was like, all right, time for the Shermans. Whoa, Siotski Pionieri takes out an M8 Scott. That's a nice kill. Those things can definitely do some damage to his infantry. These recon cars, of course, can't capture flags. Another Blenheim coming. We're seeing Rhyma flex its air power. It's a major factor of the division. It has essentially no tanks, minus these T-26s. Its AT is not very heavy. It doesn't even like heavy AT to fix it. The PaK-38 is one of its heaviest weapons. So, it definitely can struggle. Although against Task Force 45, it shouldn't have too much trouble. Killing Shermans with these lighter AT weapons is definitely possible. Here comes the I-153. Its Air Force is one of its main AT weapons, essentially. He's got to keep this recon in the air so the I-153 doesn't lose sight. It does fire, but you really kind of need 2 of these to actually kill something. He needs a second. They're pretty cheap. I'm surprised he didn't just buy 2 at once. Yakati finally pushed in, killed that engineer leader. That's a big kill there. Now Yakati caught these converted gunners out. The converted gunners would win if the cover was equal at this range, but it's not. So they will lose out to the Yakati here pretty quickly. Again, because the cover difference is so important. 45 mil, though, getting heavily pressured by all these converted gunners. The converted gunners are very strong. They're very beefy squads, but they are disheartened, so they do get suppressed very quickly compared to normal squads. T-26 is finally in position, killing off some of these Bantams. No, actually didn't kill off any of the Bantams. I like. Does get 2 rockets off, probably gonna miss. Yeah, unfortunately for ElBowser there. The M15 now in position, and his Air Force is going to have to be a lot more careful now. Loli taking a flag here, loses a recon plane. That is a loss. He's using these a lot, and if he just lets them go, that's definitely, that information is invaluable. You can't see the effect of that information, like there's no active way to see it, but it really does make a difference. Converted gunners are pushed off again because that suppression just builds up really fast. 45 mil, not going to really penetrate these from the front, although the PaK-38 definitely can. Let's see if we can take this thing out. Now, at max range, it's going to be tough. At max range, it'll be tough, and the 50 goes down. That's definitely a big loss. He needs those. That's all he's really got. 153 comes in again. It's going to get stopped by the M15 before it ever gets his rockets out. He needs to pull it out. He really should have called 2 of these in at once. That was kind of a lost opportunity there. Ammo Pioneers only like a TNT, like suicide squad, essentially. His Siotski Pionieri can try to take out that M8 again. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make any more progress up north. More converted gunners coming in. You can get so many of these when you bring them in unvetted if you bring in those 2 cards. I'm actually really surprised Bowser didn't take Vanguard, because Task Force 45 can be a little bit weak in A phase, because you're limited, your phase locked. You don't get your really strong infantry until phase B. So your converted gunners can get overwhelmed, especially when going up against things like Yakati. Yakati once again catching out these infantry out in poorer cover, which is going to push him off this hill and give ElBowser a desperately needed flag here. Again, from his side, it can be a little hard to actually really get flags. So actually getting yourself in a strong position there can be a big deal. Ratsuvaki here, you can see, have the light machine gun. They do not have the Molotovs, though, so they lose a lot of their CQC power. They have bolt action rifles instead of SVTs. So they're definitely, like, I think, weaker than Yakari, but they're stronger at range. So it really, they kind of just fill two different roles. Bantam's still alive in there. Vekatin here, 20 mil, not amazing. It's not terrible. I think it's a little better than the normal 20 mil that the Axis divisions usually are sporting. So, yeah. I-153 going after these Shermans. Is it going to get the shot off? It does not. It loses line of sight, so it does not fire its rockets. Big fail there for that 153. Takampoya going to go down here unless it gets out of range. Big force pushing in here. Yakari catching out these converted gunners here. There's no AT to stop this stuff from just driving down the road right now. Converted gunners will beat the Yakari here at equal fire when at this range. T-26 is finally cleaning up these Bantams in the backlines here. Recapturing that flag, giving ElBowser the 1311. He's just basically surrounding this flag here. He might be able to just cut this off completely here soon. He's got a 45 mil trying to keep that converted gunner pinned down. Machine gun moving over to try to cover that off as well. Recon plane gets immediately shot at, like, fall back, and bombs going after this converted gun. It does a really nice chunk of damage. Blenheim's a very effective bomber. Double 153 coming in this time, but they're going after different targets. He does take out one. Okay, so that's kind of surprising, actually. He does have the retreat going for both of those, but he might lose one of these here. These 153s really key for Rhyma. They're very efficient. Two at a time can generally kill most tanks. It's very efficient. They're not super expensive. The Yakari finally looping around here, but they're going to run into these converted gunners out in the open and get absolutely smacked. He needs the Sielski Pioniri to move forward here and help him out. He's not doing it. He's not noticing it, and the Yakari are absolutely deleted here. But unfortunately, they're too surrounded already, and they're still losing influence, and they're actually going to get snubbed out anyway, which means if they get suppressed at all, they will not get their suppression back. Another Blenheim coming in. He's sending these recon planes first to try to, obviously spot, and secondly, distract the AA. There's now two M15s, which means his Blenheims are actually in a little bit of trouble. They only have medium resilience. They're very fast, which is why they're effective. 153 coming in. Going to try to get its rockets off. It does successfully do that, and it takes out another M4A1, so another Sherman down. These are some pretty key kills here. Shermans can be very dangerous. Takan Torunta here is a nice AT squad here. A couple rifles with it. Ender Shrek. These Nisei rifles are going to reconnect with these converted gunners. The Nisei rifle is extremely dangerous, so that does tell us we are now in Phase B, and Task Force 45 getting access to its much more deadly infantry. Here, these Nisei rifles with their semi-automatic rifles, a bazooka, and two BARs, along with a little Thompson there. So these can be very effective. They're still not beating Yakari at CQC, but they will absolutely decimate them at long range. Not that that was his problem. Converted gunners finally go down. Flag recaptured, bringing a 1410, because down here, without me noticing, I apologize for that, ElBowser has made a nice little push down here. There really was not much there to stop him, and there wasn't much here to push with, but he made the push anyway, and it has succeeded. T-26 is supporting nicely here. Since all the points were directed up north and in the center, it wasn't much there. Converted gunners get pretty quickly surrendered by the Sielski Pioniri here. He needs to back them up because they can't shoot out of this forest very well. Back down south. Lahi Torunta fighting the converted gunner is not a great fight unless you can get in range of your TNT, and he's not in range right now. He needs that T-26 to move up because these Yakaris are not going to beat these converted gunners at range like this. T-26 moving into a nice position to cut off that reinforcement road, though. We have a big chunk of converted gunners. You're going to take out that PAC-38. That's a big loss. Like I said, he doesn't have that much AT to start, and to lose his most potent AT to just some infantry is really not good. Lost that Lahi Torunta here, so now he lost that control of that flag. Back to a 12-12 here. The back and forth is intense, as it has been every single one of these games. But ElBowser does have the advantage here early. Blenheim still gets the bombs off. Does a ton of damage. Wow, takes out two squads and pins down the other. Wow, great bombing run there. These Blenheims so effective. Do we have Artie coming in? Nope, we have some CCs. Rhyma does have a nice chunk of Artie to use too. T-26 finally gets in there. It's perfectly safe. It should just drive right into these. I know obviously you don't generally want to do that because, you know, any sort of bazooka or something will kill you, but Latil throws down some smoke, tries to cut that off. Yakati moving in, converted gunners. Again, the cover difference here is what really matters. And then we're going to have this 50 mil going at it too. Unless it's out of ammo. Nope, it's firing. There we go. Yep, should be instant pin along with a little bit of damage. Very nice. T-26 doing what I said it should do, just driving through. Yakati, if they can get into these buildings, can throw their Molotovs and easily beat these converted gunners. T-26 could get a side shot on this M4A1. It needs to fire, though. Oh, it's going to. Oh, big kill there. That is huge. Oh, no. 153s were forced off without bombing, without firing anything, but the bombers are in. They're going after. It looks like they're going after the AA. They do get some bombs on target, but do not kill that AA. Killing that AA would be absolutely phenomenal for ElBowser, but unfortunately he's not able to seal the deal there. Yakati do take out those converted gunners. T-26 is now just bullying infantry. T-26 does go down to the double M5A1s. Can't beat that. 45 mil trying to move into position, but those converted gunners are there to stop them. So the second it fires here at this converted gunner, he's going to get basically pretty quickly killed. T-26 versus the M5A1. The M5A1 should win, I would think. T-26 trying to support that 45 mil. That 45 mil really key to killing these recon tanks. Does get a pen. But with the infantry in the double tank there, it's not going to hold out. Recon plane still floating around there. If this T-26 can sneak around here and kill that AA, that would be absolutely huge. Because again, killing either of these, they're running out of ammo. One's out of ammo, but he'll obviously bring ammo in. And the third one is coming in here. Mitchell finally, and big bombs. Where are they going? He didn't drop them. The recon plane's after, because remember, it does have a half-decent loadout. Mitchell does have a good number of 50 cals, though. Has to be careful. Yeah, it does get forced off. It's smoking. You have to. These Mitchells are not to be trifled with lightly. One of the recon tanks does go down to the T-26. T-26 does go down, though, now. Remember, once he runs out of T-26s, that's it. He has no more. We do have the C-202 coming in. These are very strong fighters. Oh, wait. It's not the one I'm thinking of. They are very good fighters, actually. They are still solid. For 75 points, these are pretty solid. The loadout's kind of low, though. They're not putting out a lot of damage. I-153 gets in, finishes off that recon tank, and now all that's left down here is some infantry. Converted gunners cut off. ElBowser making some great moves here to hold down south. And he's got a wave of Yakari coming in. We are about halfway through B phase. As these players continue to trade blows. T-26 did take out one of those AA pieces, it looks like. Oh, no, it didn't. I lied. It goes down itself. So the unfortunate loss there, he really had an opportunity. I guess he just didn't notice it, which is surprising because he was really watching. That looked like, I'm pretty sure that was one of the Loli's fighters going down there. Let's see if I zoom in if I have any idea. No, that's just a hole. I have no idea, but I'm going to assume that was Loli's based on the situation. These, well, I think they're like 50 points, 60 points. It's a nice loadout for 60 points. They're a little slow. That's the issue, and they still have bad resilience, so not amazing, but for 60 points, yeah, it's hard to... You're not going to do much better than that, other than maybe the BF-109E7 out of 5th Cav. Ratsubaki, they don't want to be fighting converted gunners at close range, that's for sure. At range, they might hold up okay, especially in cover, but not amazing. Vekatin moving in to try to thicken up that AA net. Just have one in so far, so now there'll be 3. So, you know, down south, he might be able to at least make a Mitchell sweat a little bit. It'll probably still get its bombs off. Alahi Torunto goes down to this massive infantry moving forward here. Engineer leader coming in as well. These AA pieces need some ammo. We do have a 75mm howitzer, though, coming in. Forget how good these are. 60 points. They're very light. Very light. I don't even think you can counter battery these. I think you have to actually like manually target them. But we still see no artillery out of ElBowser here. No 120mm mortars this time. He was able to fully recapture the north and everything now, but he hasn't been able to push through this town. With the M4A1 there, he's probably not going to be able to get through there anytime soon. Looks like most of their troops are being focused into the center here. 50 mil goes down to... Oh, to the howitzer. Wow. It does have radio, so it's aiming pretty good. Tank and Torunto here getting pushed back. CC in a nice position, though, to support that. 45 mil takes out the M4A1. Another key kill here. Killing those Shermans off is a big deal. Because again, he doesn't have a ton of way to actually kill those things consistently, so killing them off is huge. M8's moving in though, recapturing this flag back to a 12-12. ElBowser though has a nice advantage here at the moment. Nisei rifles are going to put out a lot of damage. But the lack of armor support in Rhyma is just so challenging. Mitchell does still get his bombs off. Like I said, it probably wasn't going to totally stop them. With the triple Vekatin, though, that's going to go down. Very nice there. Hawk coming in now, too. He has at least 2 cards of these cheap fighters. Going after, is he going to get behind this Italian fighter? C202 is very maneuverable. Nope, doesn't manage it. And his own fighter actually does go down as well, although it's not a huge loss or anything, but he is losing the fighter. Duncan Toruta, ooh, 45 gets a pick off there on the road, taking out most of the units in that converted gunner. But the AT squad going down here, again, he's got to be careful. He is losing AT stuff very quickly. And while he has managed to kill a whole bunch of Shermans, that does not mean there aren't a whole bunch more coming. As I said, here comes an M4A1. There's now 275 mils, still no artillery out of ElBowser. It's kind of surprising. Oh, no, here we go. We finally... No, these are the 50 mil mortars. They're really not artillery in the traditional sense. They're really infantry support guns. Converted guns managed to survive, this time not getting caught out. Nisei rifles versus Yakati. Yakati should win with the cover difference here. Converted gunners will definitely lose, and Yakati do win out. Recon playing game push out. We have the wave, an absolute mass of bombers. Most of these GMCs, though, are, I mean, M15s are out of ammo. Only one is actually doing its full AA potential here. The Recon did spot out those AA, and now they're coming. The bombers are a-coming. Oh my goodness gracious, he wants this AA dead, and it's the right choice. Killing it would be absolutely insane. Unfortunately, the I-153 did lose sight on the one, but the... Oh, 2 of them go down. Ho, ho, ho. That is some big kills there. If he totally kills off this AA, he can actually kind of just fly back here and attack it. Now we have 2 more AA pieces coming in now, try to make up the loss. But remember, that's a lot of points. We are now into phase C, so that's a lot of points. He spent most of his remaining B phase points on that move just now. Did the last bomber pick up the kill here? Looks like he missed. Nope, he did. 45 mil desperately trying to take out this M4105. If he does, that'd be huge. That's a lot of HE damage lost. The infantry push in the middle here was pushed off, but he's just going right back at him. It feels a little aggressive, I'm not going to lie. Yakati getting killed off by the Nisei rifles. They are very strong, and there's not much left to these squads up north, up top here. And we're back to a 13-11 now for Loli. Pushing back well. Now, the thing is, with all his AA going north, that means the south is relatively open for these bombing strikes. Converted gunner goes down. 50 cal takes some damage there. Siolski Pionieri capturing that flag still to a 12-12. Yakati getting forced up by the Nisei rifles has absolutely no chance in this situation. 75 mil mortar howitzer pinning down these 50 mil mortars. These are actually really important. They're really one of the best ways he has to reach out and kind of even the odds between the Yakati and these units. Converted does get pushed back there. It could have killed that 45 mil, which would have been really nice for him. 50 mil fails to fire. And the second the Nisei rifles see these things, they're going to get immediately like wiped out because there's only 2 men. They die very quickly. Down south, Loli's just pushing south now. There's really not much here to stop him, actually. We do have some machine guns and CCs coming in. Recon plane Blenheim coming. Probably, I would assume, to try to bomb out some of these Nisei. These Nisei rifles are so strong. No, he's going after these converted gunners, it looks like. But now we have 3 AA pieces here, so this might go down. Now, one of them is basically not firing. So we have 2 AA pieces, but remember, these Blenheims are not, like, very good resilience or anything. M4105. Oh, the rockets do go! And it survives this strike, but it is weakened for the future now. Machine gun pinning down these Nisei rifles successfully. Even junky heavy machine guns still do their job. But the flag on the hill is pushed off now, finally. A couple Blenheim strikes here, though, would wipe out these infantry. But it's kind of back to square one now, killing off this AA. We can see down south, the I-153 loses line of sight, and then gets pinned down by the massive 50 cals. CC keeping these infantry pinned down. This guy's very strong. It has a 1,000-meter range machine gun along with the sniper. It's actually pretty nuts. He needs more troops coming in here. He just might not have the points for it, honestly. Remember, we are now pretty good into C phase. Some of his last remaining armor rotating south to try to support down here. I mean, honestly, if only he knew he could just sneak right in here and kill off this AA. My god, that'd be insane. Converted Gunners are going to go down here. He's going to recapture this flag and bring it back to a 12-12. Blenheim's still getting their bombs off. Totally shuts down this entire push. And this is the thing with Rhyma. There's just so much air power. It's just insane. And it's super efficient, super cheap air power. You can really hold off a lot of attacks with it. Now, the thing is, though, there's really no AT down here. The Vekatin does have AP shells, though. But it looks like it's out of range. What is the range on the AP shells? Oh, it's only 750 meters, so just a little bit short of that M8. That's a shame. It could have definitely killed this thing. Infantry moving back into the forest to catch these infantry out in the open, where they can actually win that combat. Blenheim squads coming in up north now, going after, I assume, the M4A1. That would be my guess. And these AA are going to have a hard time reaching that. It's a little bit out of their range, I think. Yeah, the recon's floating there quite safely. Blenheim coming to try to save this southern area here. We have a recon thing coming down. The Blenheim Armada coming in. Converted Gunners finally reconnect. They've been all alone. No one here beside me. C202, though, in. Gotta be careful. It doesn't put out a lot of damage, but it certainly can shoot things down. It's not like it can't. Yeah, it just doesn't do enough damage. These fighters that have low firepower I really hate them. They're so bad. They're just so frustratingly bad. Hawk trying to get on the back of this thing. Hawk's very maneuverable. These slow planes generally are pretty maneuverable, but the C202 is one of the most maneuverable planes in the game. Another Vekatin going down. Uh-oh. Having a little bit of danger there, losing his own AA. I-153 coming in. The bombers did their damage. A lot of stuff getting hit. C202 going to get out of there. It is damaged, though, so it'll be a while till it comes back. M4A1 on the chopping block here for this I-153. Does get off a couple rockets, not enough, though. Definitely won't kill it, and it'll probably go down because it's flying right into it. Unfortunately, it did not retreat the smart way. I don't understand how any pilot would fly into the AA, but, you know, whatever. What do I have to say about it, right? Unfortunate loss. Like I said, he really needs those to keep the armor off of him. 75mm howitzers out of ammo. Looks like we have two Scots coming in. Yep. The infantry have been damaged, but they're still very much there. The Siolski Pioniri could probably kill this converted gunner if it knew it was there. When it runs into it, if he notices, he'll definitely shift around, I'm sure. M4A1 helping support down south. There's nothing. There's some Ratsuvaki moving in. Blenheim's trying to fill the gaps, but all of a sudden, the ground is not looking too strong here for ElBowser. Of course, he still has domination in the air, but he could be in a little bit of trouble. Ratsuvaki catching out these converted gunners should win this fight. See if the Blenheims can fix his problems here. Does pin down some infantry. Sorry, I want to see these things drop their bombs, but there's so much going on. M8 trying to sneak behind the lines, and this is a lot more dangerous than those Banthams at the beginning of the game. Those just having 50 cals, this having an actual cannon. Machine guns are going to get caught out here, and these Nisei rifles will chop them down in the open. Loli picking up a 1311 here. Recon checking what's going on down here. There is one more AA piece. I have a feeling this might be his last one. We see 4 AA pieces out, though, at this point. But although 2 of them are out of ammo, basically, we'll stop firing here momentarily. And we've still seen no ammo come in from Loli. Does he have none? It is possible. Recon plane gonna go down here if he's not careful. And I think this might be his last recon plane. He had 2, I believe. Lahi Torunta coming in here. He needs to let them out quickly. These Prachinas are basically just double machine gun infantry squads. Are they 25 points? 30 points. They're a little expensive. Solid, though. Definitely solid. Definitely nothing wrong with them. CC's unfortunately in super close range fight. That's obviously not where you want them. You want them to be able to use their 1,000-meter range machine gun along with their sniper. M4 105 still there, still surviving this whole time. Quite the survivor. Hawk trying to strafe the M8. I don't know. CC gonna go down here. Lahi Torunta getting pinned out here as well. Pack 38 moving forward to try to kill this M4 105. Prakina's here. Should be able to beat the Yakari with 4 light machine guns there. And Loli with a 14-10. ElBowser looking a little strained right now. 21 minutes left. Still has a substantial lead, and we've seen with these two players, these things go back and forth. So it could be anything. Now, we do have the BAFC, so this is their one other piece of armor here. A BA-10. That's what this is. This is a BA-10. Obviously cannot brawl with, like, Shermans, but it can certainly supply armor support. Pack 38, definitely capable of killing this M4105, but it needs to actually land some hits immediately. Driver knockout. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of damage. It needs to get a lucky pen here. It's not. It needs to at least get like a shooter kill or something like that. Oh, down it goes. That's an ouchie loss. Blenheim's still getting their bombs off here. M15's eating through ammo in a hurry. These are all out of ammo. And still no, it's very possible Loli does not have ammo in his deck, but Loli does have the 15-9 here, so he may not need it. He's finally achieved a double tick and pushing towards a 16-8 here momentarily. Recon plane getting forced off, eating up that M15 ammo. This is actually, I'm going to say it, this is a hobo special here, running out to your opponent and say, hey, I'm just flying planes constantly into it. Hobo, if you're watching this, first off, good job. And secondly, you should be laughing. Things not looking great for ElBowser, though. He's really got to start making up some ground on the ground. His Air Force, of course, still dominating, and he's, you know, running. Oh, nope, there's the ammo. So there is supply here. Supply has been found. That also means these 75 mils will be coming back online. His Air Force has limited time left in the air. Once all 4 of these are online... Oh, there is more. Wow, he called in a lot of AA. I mean, it was the right choice. You're playing Rhyma. You need AA and spades, as we've seen. But things looking tough for ElBowser here. If you look at the map here, it looks like a lot more red than blue. Lion Torunta need to stop moving so they can throw their grenade. Oh, no. They're too close. With the support of the other planes, it's not going to... All of their troops, I mean. BA-10s are now in position, so they will start to do damage. Their presence will be felt. Blenheim moving in here. Prakina's finding those CCs. We have a Yakari, a whole bunch of them moving in. BA-10's moving forward, but there's no actual something to capture this. He's got to get this machine gun forward to recapture this point, bring it back to a 14-10. That double tick is hurting him a lot. CC does go down to the Pakinas here. Up north, not much going on. Pretty quiet. Not enough for ElBowser to push. And I don't think Loli knows how weak ElBowser is up there. Prakina does get pinned down. 18 minutes left, still a double tick for Loli. Double tick absolutely killing ElBowser right now. 2 Shermans here, one a 105 and the other just a normal Sherman. Blenheim does not get its bombs off this time. And the C-202's in, and the Blenheim is finally going to go down, I think, here. And it does. Another chip in the Air Force of Rhyma. It's not the end of the world, but he doesn't really have the points to replace those anymore. He needs those points on the ground. All the way back to a 13-11, though. Capturing this central flag back and the hill flag here. So definitely nice on him for that one. T-26 moving to try to get a side shot on these Sherman. Yakari pushing these guys off finally. CC taking it to the face from the Sherman. T-26 did not get the... Oh, it did get the side shot. Oh, what a kill. What a kill there. T-26 moving in to kill that M5A1. Does get the first pen. Will it finish it off? Yes, it does. And now it can move forward, support this Ratsuvaki here. If he can take out this Prakina, he'll get this flag. Oh, is ElBowser turning it around again? He's got a big force down south of Ratsuvaki and Yakari here. Vekatin coming in. More Lahitorunta. Here comes the Air Force. So he does have at least 2 more recon, but only 2 Blenheim, 3 Blenheim. Okay, more Blenheims are coming. BA-10 spotting out the M15s. Yeah, they're out of ammo, but they could be reloaded. They're not going to be anymore. Bomber never drops the bombs, unfortunately. M4A1 does go down, though. Another big loss there. Fighter goes down for Loli here. Blenheim's running amok now. Yukari on the center hill, they're all pinned down. This is going to go down, another flag, and ElBowser's going to pick up a 13-11 again, and we're neck and neck. Oh my goodness, these players. Oh, every game has been the same. Hey, still sitting out dangerously. This AA out of ammo, though, again, and he still hasn't brought up... I don't know if he's not noticed that his AA is out of ammo. I mean, he must notice the ineffectiveness of his AA. He must think to himself, what's going on? I mean, you have, what? You had, at one point, you had 6 of these things? BA-10s need to be moved into position, and Ratsavaki getting caught out by the Nisei rifles obviously have no chance. Blenheim... I don't want to say it's out until it's actually out. It is out. Whew! Gets out just in time there. T-26 capturing this flag back to a 12-12 because he lost this southern flag again. Oi, oi, oi. 75 mils turning back on. Can't believe he didn't call in any artillery. It's really quite shocking for Rhyma, really. Oh no, Sherman in, killing off these BA-10s. These are key now. There's only armor support left. Machine gun finding those Nisei rifles should be able to pin them first, I think, but maybe not. Not with the 75 going too. Nisei rifle does go down. He's got a whole bunch of Ratsavaki. These are a better defense here with their actual LMG. BA-10 moving in, looking for this rifle leader, I assume. He did take out another one of the GMCs. Another GMC goes down. Oh my. Oh my. BA-10 pushing in aggressively. This is what he needs to do. All those in M4A1 now. 3 GMCs left down south. If he totally wipes out the AA, this could still go either way. PA-2 coming in. He hasn't even used it yet. These are the actual, like, good AT planes. These can actually kill a tank in a single pass. They don't always, but they can. They actually have the ability to. BA-10, though, caught out. Oh, and it does die. Oh, and that means the BE-2 loses... Oh, it didn't lose sight. And M4A1 does go down. Ooh, this is dangerous. He's lost a bunch of fighters. The fighters are strafing his howitzers. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Once all this AA is dead, I mean, it could... That could be the game right there. No matter what position they're in, that could be the game. Something goes down here. I don't know what. Oh, there's just so much going on. M4A1 finding some infantry here to quickly pin down. Ooh, Ammo Pioneer does go down to the BA-10. Nice kill there. CC does go dead, though, to the M4105. A lot of infantry piled up on this hill. And yes, you need it there, but with no armor support, this M4A1 is just going to slowly eat those troops up. CC catching out these Paquinas here. BA-10, I wish he'd keep pushing around. He knows there's stuff over here. And he's been so aggressive with them earlier, I would think he would. But the center has kind of collapsed here for Loli. Oh my goodness, every time I think these players are out, they're back in. 13 minutes remaining, we are so even. I think Loli has a slight advantage here. Pushing these converted gunners to capture. The T-26 pushes too far forward. It can't hold the flag anymore. Back to a 13-11 for Loli. And every moment of this really matters this game. Uh-oh, M4A1 catches out the BA-10. Ooh, that's a big loss. Infantry are pinned down by these M4A1s because there's nothing there to stop them. Another Blenheim coming in. He really needs another one of those P2 to start picking more of these off. Double Blenheim might do the job, though, but there is an M15 with ammo here. I have to actually mention that since half of them are sitting here ammo-less. One of these is not going to stop a wave of Blenheims, though. Yukari does go down. Pankin Torunta moving in. If it catches out this M4A1, that'd be a beautiful kill. He really needs it. Every tank dead is a huge kill. Double bombs do kill the M4105, so that's another big kill here. Loli losing some key units here. T-26 does get a hit on that Scott, but the Sherman's going to fire one shot and kill that. Big loss there. Every armor piece loss is a big loss. I know I keep saying it, but it really is at this point. These players so strapped for points and actually probably just strapped for availability. Now, too, we do have a Pac 38 still around, floating in. 70 mil. Oh, a little too aggressive here, Bowser. Little too aggressive. There's still an M4A1. I'm not sure exactly what he expects to happen now. These infantry broken down pretty good. If they get too close to that Vekatin, they will die. Recon plane flying around safely up north, confirming that he can do basically whatever he wants. Another GMC has been brought in, but now the other one has run out of ammo, essentially, so we're back down to 1 anyway. So instead of reloading them, Loli is just calling in more. Not 100% sure on that plan. Yakati can get into range of this M4, this Scott here. He's got to be careful. He comes out of the wrong side of this woods. He's going to get absolutely wrecked almost immediately. Here comes the Air Force. Blenheim's reload so quickly. These Blenheims are probably going for the tanks, although they could go try to kill these 75s. Yakati pushing out way too far here. They could have tried to kill this Scott. Lahim Turunta, another potent weapon here, but is not going to get into range in time. Recon bomb. The recon plane's giving all the sight he needs to keep these bombs on target. Yakati now finally moving to kill that Scott. Bombs hitting. Miss the infantry, but do pin them down. Pin down the converted gunner. He's got a Ratsuvaki moving forward, so he's going to grab this flag. Yakati. Oh, but a big push center-south here. M4A1 coming off that hill to pressure this flag down here. As long as he keeps this Yakati in position, although the Vekatin here is going to die very quickly. Pack 38 trying to move to kill this. Oh, goes down to these, I guess. P2 coming in to kill that M4A1. It will succeed because that thing is damaged already. Down it goes. That's another big loss here for Loli, struggling now to even keep his armor alive. He is ahead on flags. Scott has gone down to the T-26, I assume. A whole bunch of Yakati moving in as well. These Taken Turunta, though, aren't going to hold the line, obviously. Vekatin finally catches these guys out and is starting to put some fire down on them. Doing enough to pin and eventually kill those for sure. The issue for ElBowser is, though, his Air Force is being strained, and now he's kind of pissing away infantry units here. I'm not sure what he's going for. Obviously, he wants to capture this flag, but it's not like if he loses all these guys, he's got nobody here. He's going to lose this flag again. I think a little bit of consolidation might be in order here. Both these players just keep throwing stuff at each other, though. P2 going after this M4A1. This one, I guess, had no line of sight on it. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't get the kill. Blenheim coming in, though, now, probably for this one or maybe another bomb here. I can't believe he hasn't thrown a bomber at these howitzers yet. They're just out there. But a flag grabbed here by Loli in the center. Hasn't been able to grab this one yet, but the Prakinas this time are in range of the Vekatin. But, oh, they're getting pinned really fast. This could go either way. Oh, they do get pinned down, but there's another one coming. Oh, this Vekatin is just a champ. This other Vekatin just chilling here. He's doing very aggressive. These Ratsuvaki 2-on-1, usually the even weaker infantry will generally win a 2v1. Yakati moving forward, his M4A1 in a lot of trouble here if it's not careful. This flag getting captured back to a 12-12. This flag as well. Oh my goodness gracious. Blenheim's everywhere. There is no more AA. I am quite confident of that now. He has definitely called it all in. A whole bunch of Prakinas coming in. Blenheim dropping those bombs, trying to take out that M4A1. Probably will succeed here, unless he dodges them. Does dodge them. Oh, but there's a huge hole here, and Loli's getting a free 14-10 from this unit just chilling here. Ratsuvaki pushes them off, but they're going to get caught out in the open by that converted gunner. Down south, he's making a push as well. Yakati trying to scramble for some buildings here. Prakian is pushing forward quite successfully. Oh my goodness. Loli holding that 14-10. Again, all it takes, though, is a bomber or two to clean this up. But his bombers, ElBowser's bombers are very strained. We still have Nisei rifles coming in, though. He has not run out of all high-quality infantry. T-26 moving to try to get some side shots on this M4A1. Shooter knockout from what? Oh, the Lati. Oh, look at it just cleaning up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. T-26 takes it out. Now it's up to the infantry. They're going to get beaten out by this T-26. What a freaking hero. Oh, my God. But down south, he does manage to capture another flag. Ratsuvaki moving in to try to stop this. He needs something else, though. I don't think he has something else. That's the thing. Hasn't recaptured this flag. Still 13-11 for Loli. 7 minutes left. We have to remember that time limit is a thing. We have a whole Rakyakari here. Basically Recon Ratsuvaki for all intents and purposes. Slightly different loadout, but, you know, essentially that. But there's a huge hole now, and he's going to try to force this off and recapture this flag to bring it back to at least a 12-12. If he can just move one unit into here, he'll recapture this flag. And this is why I was saying not to push these Ratsuvaki forward for no reason whatsoever. He wasn't going to capture this flag. It was just unnecessary. Blenheim finally getting some bombs in here. Ooh, misses though. He does not have he really does not have the comfort to be able to miss those. Nisei rifles pinning down but get wiped out themselves. The thing is, all these troops are like they're all recon or AT, which means they can't actually capture this except for this Ratsuvaki. He is going to capture this flag, though. It looks like any moment here, these Prakinas continue to hold this flag. The T-20, these guys can't do anything against this T-26. Sherman coming in, though, hoping to clean that up soon. Bombers failing down south. He's missing, and he really can't miss. These Ratsuvaki are standing out of cover. Oh, face palm. Put on auto cover and suck it up. Oh, God. Ratsuvaki floating around. M15 moving forward. Not that it does anything. P2 coming in. Blenheim is as well. T26 finally forces these dudes off, but that M4A1's going to kill him. He's going to lose all his armor support, and he's going to get forced back out again, most likely. But he finally recaptures this flag with some infantry. 15-9 all of a sudden for ElBowser as the double tick with 5 minutes left. M15 goes down to the Vekatin here. Hawks pin down the Prakinas. I don't think the Vekatin's going to be able to kill this M4A1, though. I think that is just wishful thinking. And once that dies, the M4A1 will capture this flag. Yep, down it goes. Ratsuvaki trying to move in to try to stop that. He needs one of his PE2s or something to hit this. PE2 does succeed in killing this M4A1, which means there's still no armor here. Yakari pushed all the way forward, grab this flag. He might be able to kill these 75s with his Yakari down up north. He's crumbling as well, though there's some Prakinas here. Stop that, but the T26 moving forward. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Both players just pouring into the area that they're winning. Loli just pushing down south continuously, and ElBowser just pushing up north continuously. Just a mass of recon troops here. And the M15, last of its ammo being eaten up by these fighters. That's, I assume, on purpose here. He's going to recapture this flag to try to keep the tick going. We're only got 4 minutes left. This could really go either way. Here comes the PE2 going after that M4A1. Once that M4A1 dies, it's probably the end of this southern push. Down it goes. Infantry moving in. M15 almost out of ammo finally. Infantry pushing forward, recaptures his flag, but still a 13-11. Loli grabbing the central hill here, but now getting forced off by bombers. We have a BA-10 still alive. There's an M4105. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, the GMC goes down. He's just throwing his AA forward now just to try to capture flags up north. The inexorable push continues. There is a Nisei 15-pounder. Scott going after this T26. T26 will win this, I think. Prakina's going down, but this other one made another push, grabbing this flag. Oh my gosh, there's just troops everywhere. Just random holes in the line all over the place. This goes down, back to a 15-9 for Bowser, back to the double tick. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. There is a 50 cal in this M15, so it's not like it's not like it's useless. Ratsuvaki with a grenade, not a Panzerfaust, will be able to pin these troops down and might be able to just drive forward and surrender them. That would be absolutely devastating down here for ElBowser. Nisei rifles in position as well. Yakari trying to push forward. He is correctly, the M15 is shooting those infantry instead. 3 minutes remaining. Back to a 14-10. Bowser losing that desperately needed double tick. All these infantry moving forward, hitting those Prakinas. That 6-pounder is in position. Did kill that T26. Once he kills that off, though, he will capture that flag. 14-10 here. He needs the 15. Needs the 15-10. This BA-10 invincible to these converted gunners, but not to that Nisei rifle. He has to be careful. M4 moving forward, but he is going to get side-shotted by the AP of the Vekatin. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. M4 is pinned out. Back to a 14-10. M15 does surrender those troops down south. Oh no. Oh no. ElBowser crumbling down south to this M15 because there's nothing there. There's nothing. Oh my goodness. Up north. 6-pounder goes down. He'll capture that flag. He's got infantry moving forward. That M8 Scott, though, going to be tough to break through. Oh my god. Oh my god. 2 minutes left. They are neck and neck. Bowser picks up the 15-9 again. Is it? No, it still has 50 cal ammo. He needs something down south. Blenheim coming in to bomb that M15. Oh my goodness gracious. Vecketon continues to just pound this M4105. It's not killing it, but it is keeping it pinned down. Nisei rifles do take out the BA-10. Ratsuvaki are going to get pinned down by that. Oh my goodness. Up north, it finally falls. Oh my god, 17-7, double tick happening. And we finally flip with, I think Bowser's finally in the lead. Oh my goodness. Bombs missed the M15. The M15 can definitely die to that Vecketon if it has any ammo left. Oh yeah, it has plenty. Ratsuvaki need to go after the M4, but for some reason it's not. The Ratsuvaki get pinned down, another gap being created. Here comes the Air Force again, though. It's finally reloaded. Ratsuvaki getting pinned down and gonna get killed here any moment. Hawk's trying to save it, though. Will they be able to pin that M15 now? They do successfully pin that down. Blenheim coming in to try to drop the bombs on that. Ratsuvaki, why isn't it throwing? Oh my god, he used a move order. Oh my goodness. Oh, he finally notices M4 goes down. 16-8 still to ElBowser. And it looks like this is going to be it, with ElBowser taking another incredible game here on Tsel. Oh my god. This has been probably one of the most thrilling casted matches I have ever experienced. Lahitonunta finding his M15. Why not? 19-5, flips it into a triple tick just to rub salt in the wound. Tank's driving forward, trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do at this point. There's no way. And finally, Loli throws in the towel 20 seconds before the time limit is up. What a freaking match. ElBowser with 5,400 kills to Loli's 3,815 kills. Absolutely fantastic match to both of these players. Wow. Just wow. That was some exciting stuff right there. Nisei rifles did some incredible damage, as they always do. Very powerful entry. M4A1 as expected. Yeah. Let's see how Bowser did plane-wise. Blenheim getting a couple tank kills there. T26. Wow. Man, I wish I could get my tanks to function this well. Look at that. Some M401. This is the difference, guys. Big jump from Division 3 to Division 2. It's very noticeable. CCs doing well as well. There's the Blenheims getting their kills in. Those CCs just so strong. This Vecketon doing tons of damage. T26. Look at that. My God. Great match to both these players. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out that Patreon to support the channel. Thanks a bunch, guys, for watching. You're a champ to making it to the end of this one, and I hope you have a fantastic day.